And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Here we go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Off the play fake, Cousins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Cook following the penalty, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Third and long for Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now a handoff looking right. He spins free. And now running right. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Cousins now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A second down throw for Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, Cousins. And incomplete here on third down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Rodgers now on first down. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Cousins on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On play action, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Cousins from the gun on third. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Cousins going deep for Dick. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll give it to him up the middle. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
319. Oko over here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, check 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Back north. Over.
Now they try the right side here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He completes it to Bryant. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Jumbo!
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second down, Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Packers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers operating from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now Cousins. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, that was a deep one.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Cousins now lets it fly into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Oko, over here.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
That's fine. Yeah.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. 3rd down here. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. Jake Ryan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. With it is Jackson. A great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go, come on.
On play action, now Rodgers. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 27 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Mike Daniels, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Cousins flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKenzie. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Cousins on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They go play action. Cousins. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. They're taking a stand right here, right now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Bailey able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now they try the right side here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Liz. No.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. There he goes inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run. And
you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a third down. To throw, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He steps gets into this one, and this is a rocket. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
What a 50!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.